This session went much quicker than it usually does, mainly because I have gone up in weight on all the exercises that I'm performing in here. And so I'm doing 2 sets of each exercise, slowly building up towards the top of the range of motion before adding a third set. Started off with the high pulls, 60 kilos. From this angle, it looked pretty good. I am really engaging the posterior chain and flinging the weight upwards, and I am slowly kind of controlling it on the way down. I am feeling it definitely in the back of my hamstrings at the top, so I wasn't really feeling any discomfort in the back of the knee. And when I'm looking at the seated pin presses, they look decent. They also felt all right. I went up 1 rep from last time, so I was doing 9 reps in the first set and 8 in the second one. This ninth one here, I was noticing that it was maybe a bit slow, but it wasn't really because of weakness in my shoulder, in my deltoids at least, but I started feeling it in the rotator cuff on the way up. So not on the eccentric, which is a good thing. It's stronger in that position, and it wasn't really giving me pain or discomfort. It was just letting me know that getting fatigued is not a great thing, so it's time to stop the set. But I got the extra reps, so that's good work. In here, second set on the high pulls, I wanted to record myself from the front because I was feeling like there was something weird going on my right side. And I'm noticing that in here, and now as I'm approaching the last repetitions, there is a bit of an asymmetry from left to right. Maybe I was pulling a bit more. Not that I should be pulling on the high pull. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but most of the force and the power comes from the posterior chain, and then the bar just flies up, and it's a task of the traps and the upper back and the arms to just accompany it on the way down. Second set on the overhead presses, also recording from the front because I wanted to see if there was anything wrong going on side to side, but I didn't notice anything suspicious, and I also didn't feel anything bad, so it was a good set to 8 repetitions. Barbell curls, I went up in weight a couple of weeks ago, and in here I was building up towards sets of 10 to 12. First set was 10, second set was 9. In the first set, I noticed that there was maybe a tiny bit of swinging on the way up on the last repetitions, but it wasn't really anything major, and I felt it throughout in my biceps. They were good reps on both sets. I was feeling it in the right spot, and I was controlling the eccentrics to get some extra stimulus in there. In here, second part of the session where I was doing some neutral grip pull-ups and also hip thrust. On the hip thrust, I went up 5 kilos. I thought about going up to 120, so an extra 10 kilos, but then I thought that there is no reason in ego lifting my way through towards a plateau, and then I took the conservative approach by increasing by 5 kilos and dropping down the reps to 10-ish or so. The first set I was doing 11 because I felt like I could, but I also didn't want to push them too much higher than that. I probably could have done a couple more, but I have a tendency on overdoing things, and this is the rep scheme and progression that I have devised, and I should stick to the plan for once. Neutral grip pull-ups, I was doing 13 reps on the first set and 11 on the second one. I'm not really progressing these by much, but they just provide good volume on body weight variation of something that I am usually doing either loaded or in an explosive way. So what I am kind of missing on those is the higher rep ranges that this variation provides, and that's the reason why I'm keeping it in. Second set on the hip thrusts, got 10 repetitions, and I will be increasing the reps next time, as usual. Ciao.